Hello and welcome to another episode of Hit the Gossip. This is just short podcast. That's another part of the announcement we're gonna have tonight. Welcome to the show. If you're watching if you're watching live, make sure you comment, let us know where you're watching from. Make sure you give us a like. You are listeners on the streaming services. Those days are going to be numbered.
Right. Can you tell them why?
Because we're a show. You got to see it. You got to see the clips that we show. You got to enjoy it fully. And just listen to us as a podcast is just not conducive to what all we do. Everybody agree? Come on.
Hell yeah.
And so I lost track of my thought because somebody saying hi in the background. Oh, how you ladies doing today? Okay, I am Ras Mixx, and we have our host Marcy Diamond.
Hello.
And our co-host Kinshok. How are you ladies doing tonight?
I'm super good. How are you?
I am great now.
Yeah.
It's kind of sketchy for a while there, but I'm great now.
Good.
Kinshok, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. Tomorrow's Friday. That's all I can say.
Yes.
Tomorrow is Friday. Any weekend plans?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I want to go in the pool. I haven't been going in the pool lately, but I do want to do that. And I've been on a diet, so I want to lose like 10 pounds in a week. I just want to do one of those where you just drop weight like fast. So I'm doing no carbs.
Just nothing but water, lemon water, and that's about it.
Yes.
Good evening. We got a 215 Master K. Good evening, friends. Belated beat up B-boy in the house. B-Day boy in the house. God, I can't read. Happy birthday, Master K.
Happy birthday.
And we got comments before the stream even started. Ren said, hello, Marcy Diamond. And TJ says, I love you, my queen.
Thank you.
He said, I love you, my queen, my Nubian goddess. That's what he said.
They're talking to Kinshok. They want to see those feet.
He wants to see those feet?
Stop it.
This weekend, my son's team is having their spring game. So it's going to be his first college spring game. So I'm excited for that to go see him play. I haven't seen him play since 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, so, he redshirted his first year of college, and now he's actually going to play this year. So,
what's red shirt mean?
It means you do everything on the team except play in the games.
That's not fair.
Well, you get 4 more years though.
Oh, okay.
So that's where it evens out. So he can practice, get used to the game, and get stronger, bigger. So when it's time to play, he's ready.
I see.
Yeah.
So I forgot. I guess I do have a weekend plan. My grandson is getting an award, an excellence in academics award this Sunday. So
damn,
I'll be going to that.
That is great.
That's good. That's really good. How old is he?
I think he's 7. I have 13 grandchildren. I cannot keep that straight.
I can't blame her then.
I can. Well, speaking of can't blaming somebody, let's start.
Yeah, let's start blaming.
Now, tell me, do you blame Tyson?
No, not at all.
Yeah, like
there's the after effects.
Beat up by Mike Tyson. Turn that way. Yeah, he got fucked up.
Why, of all people on earth, are you antagonizing Mike Tyson?
I'm surprised. I don't know. I am surprised about that. I don't even know why somebody would do that. You're right.
And they actually have a clip of him catching them hands. So here's the result.
Hey, Mike, come on. Let's stop that.
I hate to say that I love it, but
hey, Mike, come on. Let's go stop that.
You know what I give credit to? The guy who was trying to break it up. Because if I see Mike Tyson swinging on somebody, I'm not going nowhere near that. I'm just going to pray that you get out alive and that he stops on his own. Because I'm not getting in the middle between Mike Tyson, Fist, and anybody.
Yeah. I wouldn't either.
Kinshok, your gears are grinding over there. What are you thinking?
He might unleash on you.
I don't understand, excuse me, like you said, why anybody on the planet Earth would antagonize Mike Tyson of all people, because that man is very volatile. He as long as you stay within his parameters, he can remain calm and he can have a conversation with you. But if you touch on something like that interview he did where he was running for some office or something, and the guy said something about something that happened in his past, he almost swung on that guy, and I'm like,
No, he was endorsing somebody who was running, and he was just doing an interview, just to help out the guy out, and the guy brought up the rape case.
Yeah, and
he almost lost. He's like you're a piece of
Yeah, the guy that was with him, because you notice Tyson always has a handler with him. And there's a reason for that. But I mean, why would you do that? Because what he was doing was actually unnecessary. He was just being a jerk.
Yep.
And somebody commented like, that dude must have been annoying because somebody put a gun on Tyson, and Tyson gave the guy a hug. So for Mike Tyson to actually go from, chilling to beating on you, you really got to take it there. Because he's very calm and, he's really medicated right now in his life. At this point in life, he's really medicated. So
yeah,
he's very chill. So to push him that far to where he actually putting hands on you, you had to be super annoying.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with taking medication if you need it.
No, he's on that herbal medication. That's what he's on. Right?
I don't care what kind. It's medication.
Happy 420.
Whatever you need to do to stay calm and keep yourself out of trouble, because he can hurt people.
Right. He's got those hands.
He's trained to hurt people. So, when he's sitting there, you can see him. I don't know what mantra he's saying to himself, but you can see him going through it. You can see him saying, "Don't kill this man, don't kill this man, don't kill this man," whatever. But if he finally lost it, I don't want to say I don't want to promote violence, but
then you got to worry about killing somebody with a punch. You just never know if they could die from the right angle, the right spot.
I don't ever have to worry about that.
I want to know where is this guy from, where he doesn't realize. You can tell people who've never been punched in the mouth before because they talk real reckless. they don't know consequences. This guy must have been young and dumb, drunk on a plane. Like, look at me, I'm poking at Mike Tyson. You getting this? And
yeah, because he was like this in the photos and shit. Like beforehand or after? Was it after that he did that when he got punched?
No, that was before. And afterward, he couldn't say a word. He was sitting there with his lips all poked out because he probably was concussed. He probably not. He was probably concussed. Didn't know what to do. Like, do I go home? What do I do? Like, that's Mike Tyson beating on you. You brought Mike Tyson to beat on you. Like, what is going on?
Yep.
You push Mike Tyson to beat on you.
Mike Tyson could be an 80-year-old man. I still wouldn't.
Because you have common sense. You was alive during the 90s when he was beating the mess out of people inside the ring and watched it live. You've seen you've seen live what he can do. This new generation probably don't know. They probably just hear legends like, he ain't really all that. They don't know Mike Tyson punch out the game. You know what I'm saying? They don't know Mike Tyson, just beating up 3 dudes because they approached him outside a bar and tried to fight him. He beat up 3 dudes by himself. This is after he retired too.
Remember, these are the people that think it's okay to get into animal cages and get these poor animals killed because the animal's going to be the animal. So I'm not saying Mike Tyson is an animal. That's not what I'm trying to say here. I'm just saying that's their mindset, is that, nothing is gonna, like you said, no consequences. They don't understand consequences. Yep. You're messing with something that's much more dangerous than you.
Never fuck with that man.
No. Other than to say hello and keep moving.
Yep.
Like even just watching the clips of him pretending to, doing a little training, at like 50-something years old is scary. Like, how is he moving that fast? How is his hands still that quick? Like, he has not slowed down a notch.
Or
Like,
if he has, that means he was incredibly fast before, and we just didn't realize what that looked
True.
like until we saw him slow down, and he still was quicker than what we expected.
well, back then
True.
there was a lot of cocaine in the system to keep, you know what I'm saying? You know, may have to move like that. Allegedly it was cocaine.
Allegedly.
Allegedly it was cocaine in the system making a move like that. But now it's just good old cannabis in the system that, you know.
What is
And-
it?
Huh?
What'd you call it?
Cannabis.
Oh,
Ganja.
cannabis. Oh, okay. I thought you said ketamine because I've heard of that too.
Oh, ketamine, that's the K? Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a story on Twitter where they had left something out in their room, and the cleaning guy came in and thought it was like cocaine and tried to snort it. And he was knocked out on the bed because he, you know, that ain't nothing to mess with. Let me see if I can find it. Talk amongst yourself.
Oh my Lord. I'm being so rude, Kinshok, because I'm texting with someone. I'm on Sex Panther at the same time. So that's why I keep looking down.
Well,
And my phone keeps beeping.
it's your show. I'm just here to, I don't
And
know.
I love it. I
Be
love
comic
that you're
relief.
here.
And I enjoy being here. Thank you for having me.
You're so sweet. Ketamine, or ketamine, whatever it is. I thought that was something to get you high.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm not sure what the high is. Isn't it like a horse tranquilizer or something?
Oh, come on, really?
Something like that. It's some type of tranquilizer.
Damn.
Oh my god, no, I probably won't find it. But like the guy, the hotel cleaning guy, got in the room and got in their stuff, and the look
You know
on his
what?
face
That's
is
not
ridiculous.
cool. Getting in people's shit in a hotel room. I never had that happen to me until I went to Exotica in Miami. And I had just bought these new Adidas pants, and I had the tags on them and everything, and an Adidas jacket. Put it in my bag, in my not a bag, but a suitcase. Shit was gone. The outfit was gone. I'm like, really? Because I always trust the maids. I always do because I've never had an issue.
Yeah, I always worry about my computers because I
Yeah.
usually travel to places that I take my computers. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
so I don't leave them out. I pack them back in my suitcase, but which is a pain because then I got to pull them out, plug all the cords in.
Okay, I found it.
Tell me about it. I want to hear this.
Okay, here's the picture of the guy.
Holy shit, was that after?
Yeah, after he took it all, and now he's like he's out of it. Out of it. Look at his eyes, are just bloodshot red.
I would never snort anything that I didn't know what it was. First of all, I've never snorted anything in my life. That shit just freaks me out to even do coke. Because I always thought you never know where it goes. Like, where does it go? Does it stick to the side of your brain, or what the fuck happens with coke? But I just could never even snort something I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, so that's the picture of the guy after he stole their stuff. Like, what do you do with somebody? I mean, can you report that? Like, going to call the police on you because you took my stuff? You know what I'm
Was
saying?
he taking selfies too?
No, well, they was taking pictures of the guy because he was so out of it. Like, yeah, look at you. You feel dumb now, don't you?
Look at you. Just look at you.
Like, why would you? Like, if you go in somebody's room, let's say you're a thief. Let's say you're dude. I mean, you really gotta be an addict to like see some white in a bag. Like, yo, I'm gonna snort this. You know, it could be baby laxative. It could be anything. Like, why are you? That's your first thought.
Sure could be.
I'm gonna snort this. I need this. I can't find. Oh, there it is. He's like, here it goes. Only came back from breakfast to find the cleaner had found my bag of Special K. Silly cunt must have thought it was Cowie found in the K hole in the room.
Oh,
Like he's knocked out. Like
God,
he couldn't
and you're
move.
wondering where he was at. Probably the hotel. Probably wondering where the fuck is this guy? We're trying to get a hold of him to do some work on a room.
He's out. He is out cold.
Dang.
But they use ketamine in hospitals. But I'm not sure for what. I think they use it as like an anesthesia that's not as deep as a general anesthesia, but you kind of have the same effects that you have when you come out from under the anesthetic they use when they pull your wisdom teeth, because you're kind of out of it, and but I know they use it in hospitals. I mean, it has medical purposes, but I do believe it is like a horse tranquilizer. That's what it was initially for.
So never were we saying that Tyson does ketamine. I'm the one that misinterpreted that, y'all.
No, we weren't saying Tyson. No,
Right.
not Tyson.
Because I was like, what? Tyson does what? You said cannabis. I was like, oh, I thought it was ketamine.
When you guys, have you ever had laughing gas at the dentist?
Yep.
That is some of the, man, I see how people get hooked on that stuff. I was like, yo.
It is amazing.
This is amazing. I felt like I felt like a stand-up comedian. I was making jokes, laughing at them hard. And everything was hysterical.
Yeah, and you don't feel anything. Weird.
If you pour anxiety on top of that, what you get is somebody coming out of laughing gas and bolting out of the dentist's office, running down the street, having to be tackled, brought back and given oxygen to kind of clear their head, and then told, do not let this person out of your sight for the next 24 hours.
Damn.
There was no jokes.
I can't say I can relate to that. I cannot relate to that. I'm sorry.
I wish I had you guys' experience.
My experience was extraordinary because I was like, yo, this is amazing. You about to say something. Speaking of guys not to mess with, did you hear about the guy tried to break into the baby's house?
Never.
The guy tried to break into the baby's house, and the baby shot him.
The baby shot him?
The baby,
oh,
the rapper.
Okay, gotcha. I thought I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Now, I don't know what people thinking that this guy won't pull a gun on you and do something to you breaking this house, but stupidity, people have it. Here's a 911 call, him calling 911.
Oh, Lord.
Hurdle County 911.
He shot him in his leg. Y'all hear him? Get here. Get him together.
What?
Guy trespassing on my property. Hurry up and get here.
Sir, what did you do?
I shot him in his leg.
Okay. And why did you do that?
He's trespassing on my property, calling me by my name. I don't know what he's here for, what he's here to take, what he's here to do. But he shot his leg. He's neutralized until you guys get here.
Sir, are you with him now?
He's right here in front of me.
Okay. Is he awake?
Well, football field on my property.
Sir, is he awake?
Yes. Do you hear him?
Is he breathing?
Yes, he's shot.
Okay.
And it's his leg.
Just stay on line, okay?
Okay, yeah. Come on, like about to die. Yeah. Come on, football field.
Is he seriously bleeding?
Yeah. He's shot like in his lower side. Yeah.
Sir, is there any serious bleeding?
I said yes, bro.
Okay. Is he completely alert?
Okay, they just keep asking the same question. So you can hear the guy screaming in the background, like, I'm shot, yo, help me.
Man.
And how calm it is, because that's not his first, it's not his first shooting. It's not his first rodeo.
I never heard about this. That's terrible.
What's terrible, though? What's the terrible part? Because
terrible that I didn't hear about it.
Oh.
Because if you run up on the baby, he's either going to punch you, his security's going to beat you up, or he's probably going to pull a gun. Those are the only three options. You're not going to get an easy win running up on him.
Damn.
Run up on his property is even worse, because I'm pretty sure he has tons of cameras all over, sensors letting you know somebody's approaching. Like, you just playing with your own life at that time.
God damn. Wow.
Well,
Never even heard
possess
about
somebody to do that.
A fan, right? He was a fan?
Nah, he's probably trying to come to rob him because
Good Lord. Damn, who would go rob a rapper? Well, I know a lot of people rob rappers, but
a lot of people have been successful with it, but I mean, not in. I mean, a lot of times they catch him at an Airbnb or things of that nature, but you're coming to that man's house. That's where he has his main stock of weapons.
that's true.
He probably looked in the room and was like, "What do I want? What I'm going to use today?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
I see somebody on my property looking on the camera. Let me get this one.
Because he probably seen him at the bottom of the driveway. Oh, he's hopping the fence. All right, let me go 12 gauge. Nah. Draco.
22.
Nah.
22, just to shoot him in the leg and make it so it doesn't kill him.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's something bigger because the way that guy's crying in the background, he shot him with something strong.
Maybe not, because some people think they big and bad, and they're not. Because
a bullet change your life.
Like I've seen people get tased, and they're screaming, or they're my son tased himself, and all he did was flinch up and fall over. So, I mean, he wasn't screaming or anything like that. So people have different pain tolerances. So she could be right. It could be a 22, but it don't sound like it's much bigger than that.
Like my shirt?
SpongeBob. Now, I've seen somebody, well, it's not allegedly, somebody did get shot in my back seat once.
Hello.
And it was a 22. And he just was like, yo, I got shot. And like, we was like, thought he was joking. He was like, yo, pull over, open the door. I got shot. I got to get out. And like, he got out and was like, I got shot. Now, he didn't scream like that, but I mean, he shot him in the foot.
It was true. He did.
Yeah, he got shot in the foot.
Wow. Because you guys were like driving around? Oh, hello.
The details are unavailable for the rest of this story.
Y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I froze up. So that he got shot in the foot and, we took him to the hospital. He didn't cry or anything. He kind of took it kind of like a G.
I heard that what do you call it? Adrenaline takes over and that it doesn't hurt in the beginning when something bad happens.
I can believe that because he didn't yell or anything. And he was like, it hurts. It hurts. And I was like driving to the hospital, driving slow because.
Damn.
Because of some stuff he did that, I was like, yeah. I get the last laugh. I control this right now.
Wow.
That's
I applaud the sass there.
I get the last. It was not sassy.
Well, hell.
So yeah. Well, statute of limitations is probably up on that, but
Right. Better not put it out there.
You hope.
I wasn't me, so, and I ain't saying nothing.
You didn't shoot him, so okay, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't shoot it, so it ain't on me. And if they ask me, I got amnesia. I just forgot everything I just said just now. So
I'm gonna get another drink.
And the fact that he didn't die means is just like aggravated assault. So yeah, you're probably right. Statute of limitations and all.
Like I said, I have no idea what we was talking about. What were we talking about? The baby. Yeah, so the guy ran into the baby's house and the baby shot him. And the baby stood over him till the police came, and that was the story. So why people are trying to run into the baby's house as a fan, as a robber, as anything, I have no idea because that's not an easy win. Going to somebody's house. That's the worst thing you do is go try and break somebody's house. That's the worst.
Exactly, because I'm going to say this, it's a little bit political and then I'll leave it alone. The revolution will not be televised. You don't know what you're walking up on when you walk up on it. People make assumptions and they're wrong.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure the baby has it on camera, but you'll never see that film.
Okay, that hard drive is in the pool somewhere or something.
That hard drive is brand new. It's fresh out the box. Nobody ever know what truly happened, but they just know the guy was on the property and he got shot somehow. That's all it needs to know. I wonder where he is at. Let me see if I can look at where he's at, because what's the gun laws where he's at? Where does the baby live? Currently live. The old Google machine.
I know.
It doesn't say. It says North Carolina.
That's where his child support cases is isn't it? Didn't we
No.
talk about that once?
His child support in North Carolina?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know that's a touchy subject around the world. Or
Well,
around
North
me.
Carolina. Oh,
Child support.
Gotcha. Well, I just pray nobody ever breaks in here.
Oh, it says it's near Charlotte, so that's where his house is at. It's in North Carolina. It's a $2.3 million home in North Carolina, 35 miles north of Charlotte. Well, should we just discuss? Oh,
You muted Marcy.
I didn't mute Marcy.
Oops.
I said I was letting her know she was talking.
Oh,
I
she
said,
was-
must be nice to have a $2.5 million home,
Who gonna clean it?
right?
Why he has the money to get cleaners? Why you think he's on the? You think he's scrubbing his own floors?
Yeah, but that just erodes away your money. Why don't you get something manageable that you can take care of that's nice,
For yourself,
and then you can save all the money on cleaning?
right?
I sound cheap, but I'm not.
Yeah, that's why I just left it alone. Like, you really think if you could afford a $2.3 million, you're pretty good to have somebody come clean it.
I have people come in to clean my house like once every 6 months, but I mean, the rest of the time I do it myself. That's because I have something manageable.
Right.
That's manageable to them.
Until
They're
the
not.
money run out.
They're not living above their means right now. He has good money coming in right now. Right now, he does.
Okay.
So maybe in 5 years, yeah, he might need to downscale and move to a smaller place. But right now, he's good.
But if he planned for the future, he wouldn't have to worry about, if the money started drying up, because he would have enough to last him. Well, okay.
We don't know how he manages money. We don't know.
You are exactly right.
He could be buying stupid shit, but I don't know. I hope he's doing the right thing. He's not doing the right thing as far as other stuff, but I hope he's doing the right thing with his money.
I hope he's doing the right thing.
I'm not hearing myself.
Yeah, I'm doing a what do you call it? Snapchat.
So I hate him hearing my voice. Speaking of doing the right thing, back to somebody who's really not doing the right thing. Benzino.
Oh my Lord.
His daughter Coyle Ray said that her album was on pace to sell 11K the first week, and he was at Instagram. He reposted on Instagram and was laughing at that.
That's fucked up.
At his own daughter selling 11K. Now, is 11K bad to sell your first week in 2022?
I don't think so. But she said, what is she talking about? She said, I got 315K sold. She said that the other day.
Oh, people lie.
Oh.
I don't think she said, but she's okay. They really don't, artists don't really make anything on as far as album sales. They get their money on tour and then merchandise.
Oh my. Right.
So she does a lot of shows. She does a lot of these festivals and things like that. She has a good, solid fan base. So I don't think it's bad that she only sold 11K. She probably, we're waiting on streaming and things of that nature. Because who actually buys hard, CDs? Who actually buys the actual CD nowadays?
I don't think anybody.
Like, do you have anything to play a CD on?
I thought it was fucked up that he laughed at her, and then he's got all this attention drawn to himself where he's outside. I saw a video of him outside saying to somebody, if this was Bob and Mary, this wouldn't have happened. And they came to a hotel, and I don't know what he was talking about. I think an altercation he got into with somebody.
They say he's arguing with
Arguing about Althea. Is her name Althea? His girlfriend or wife?
Yeah, he was fighting some guy who was coming to date her, and he put a dent in the truck.
And he said, "How could you do this to me?" To her, he was yelling at her.
Yeah, it's tragic. Look at this guy. So yeah, he's been making. I mean, and that's not the least of the stories that's been coming out. So he's been getting into that. That was when was that?
2020,
it
said, right?
No, that was April 12th.
No shit.
Yo, I'm trying to find a video of him outside, running around looking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
In response to your question about do I have anything to play a CD on? Yes, I have several devices.
She's with it.
No, I'm just a nerd.
So you're buying CDs in 2022 is what you're saying?
No, I'm not. I'm not buying nor am I burning CDs anymore, but I still have something to play all the CDs that I did burn on.
So first, let's discuss this. The what are we talking about? I completely lost my train of thought.
About Benzino?
Yeah, about his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to stop. Be a dad. And she's been going out her way not to say nothing about him, and he's steady coming, trying to start stuff. Like, grow up, man. And nobody he's stuck in the 90s himself, where people went, platinum in 1 week and shit like that. That doesn't happen anymore.
Mm-mm.
Like I said, it's all streaming and concerts and festivals.
Truth.
And he needs to stop working out because he looks crazy.
What in the hell? 50 posted that when?
This is recent. This is the last couple of weeks.
Good Lord.
Very strange.
Well, he's committed. You got to say that.
Yeah.
I do have a question though.
What's up?
How do you work out your jaws? Or was his face?
That's just the way his face. Okay, he probably already had the face built like that, and him working out and just adds to it. So that's what I could think of.
I don't know. I'd run that through some filters to see if that's Photoshop because it's not very symmetrical. Like this arm over here looks way bigger and different than the size of that arm, and I would question that.
Well, I mean, what do you question? I mean, that's why.
I mean, why it looks altered.
It looks Photoshop. It looks very Photoshop, but I think that's his actual picture. That's why
his head just doesn't seem to fit the whole thing.
After a certain age, when you work out like crazy, you look crazy. Like sometimes you can pull it off, sometimes you can't. A muscular body doesn't look good on everybody. That's just they try to sell this dream like you work out every day, you get swole, you gonna look good no matter what. And sometimes it don't work. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get this. He spends too much time working on his shoulders.
True.
But they're not even.
Exactly. He's probably, dominant handed, so he works out the,
His chest says not guilty.
Yeah, if you gotta get that tattoo, you guilty of something. So I don't know.
His daughter said he was mad allegedly because she told the world that he went broke after the source fell apart.
This is believable. I mean, that was because that was around the same time when the music industry just took a, when streaming, everybody's burning their own CDs, and yeah, I can believe that.
Yep.
No, early 2000s when the industry just took a shit because everybody was like, I could stream this I could burn this for free off of Napster and all those sites like that. So yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you burn off of Napster.
I didn't use Napster. I couldn't understand it. I remember jumping on there. I did LimeWire.
A lot of people use LimeWire.
Oh wow, you were bold.
You might get a virus, or you might get the music. That was the whole thing.
And you never knew which one.
I thought I was gonna get fired over Napster.
Why?
Because I would set all of my pics to download at 10:30 at night when I thought the college was closed.
Yeah.
And that was smack dab in the middle of their updates in the middle of the night. So it threw everything off. And they traced it to my computer. And to this day, my name is on a list that they can find my computer and shut the internet off.
Damn. Wow.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by somebody sent me a picture and I got distracted.
Uh-oh. They called me up and said, "Do you have Napster on your computer?" I was like, "Yeah," and it was taken off. I was like, "Okay, immediately."
You had that on your work computer?
Because they had the faster broadband internet.
Well, it was the early days of the internet. You wasn't. Yeah.
I got fired over being on the internet.
Because you were on the internet, or you was surfing the internet?
Because I was on the internet, and the boss was too. She called me over. She said, "Oh my God, look at this guy. He's so cute." It was Jason Statham. And so she was always calling me over. Look at this, look at that. And she was cool with it, it seemed. So I got on the internet when she left town. She went on vacation. So a couple of days I went on the internet. And then I got fired for it. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, "Oh, but it's okay if you do it," my boss. Okay. I hate corporate atmospheres. It's so hard to work in corporate. One of my biggest complaints is when you fuck up or you do something they don't like or you forget to do something. They don't just email you or tell you. They got to email and CC your boss and everybody else.
Oh, I hate when they do that.
That's
hate
bullshit.
that.
I hate that.
I hate that with a passion.
Why can't they just tell you so you can correct it? They got to tell the whole world.
Yeah, I've dealt with employees like that a few times where I'll make a mistake on something instead of, just emailing me, "Hey, you messed up on this, I'm like, "Okay, cool." But they want to attach every single boss there is, the entire leadership,
Yeah.
Yo, what are you trying to do?
It's just to make you look bad. That's what I'm convinced of, because they've done that to me every time I've had a job. That's a corporate atmosphere. I fucking hate it because they CC everybody, and it's like, you're just kissing ass. Stop it.
That's a passive aggressive move that they do. I have not had it happen to me, but maybe once or twice, because I'm not the type of person that will email you back and say, "Per my last email,
Right.
I'll show up at your desk."
No, I've told a couple. I told a couple people, "Hey, do you want to talk about this in person? I don't like the way you're talking to me. Do you want to talk about this in person?" "Oh, no, I'm just clarifying." Okay. So calm down. You little sass in the emails, or I'm gonna be at your desk. I told a few people, "Hey, do you want to talk about this in person? We can talk about this after work, or something like that, outside of work, because you seem like you really have a problem with me."
Yep.
I'm not finna back down to you just because you think you higher up on the scale. I'm not finna back down to you. Show some respect. Respect is given if you got to earn respect to talk to me you can't talk to me like that. I'm not a little kid.
Hey, have you heard about Eric Mays?
Eric Mays.
You haven't heard about him?
No, what happened?
He says that you ain't gonna talk to me like I'm a little kid. What do you think? I'm in 7th grade? Type in on TikTok Eric Mays and you will see. I fucking love him. I'm in love with this man. I love the way he talks to people because he does not play. I was showing this to my husband the other day.
I've seen this guy.
I'm sorry, but I love him. I think he's fucking hilarious.
A 5-minute recess. Well, then y'all better focus, because who cut? I want order. Y'all want to talk business or some other shit? I'm just getting tired of it. Is this a joke? Who was cussing? I just cussed. But who was you getting up talking about cussing? What's going on down there?
Because I said this is bullshit.
It is.
I got arrested for that.
And so now,
I love that guy.
I would have got up and left. He's banging on the desk. What the hell's wrong with you?
Some lady is telling him, you got to see the one where he's saying, I'm not in 7th grade. And it reminded me of it when you said that. There's every time he goes off.
I'd open a bag of popcorn and been like, this finna be good.
Mm-hmm. He's amazing.
It's the same lady getting to walk away from the first and the other one.
Maybe. I know you are. When you try to interrupt this 61-year-old elected council person like I'm a 7th grader, and you talking about what I'll talk and who I'll talk to. You got to be a damn fool.
Yo.
I love him.
He's out of control.
He's the city of Flint. He is elected official, as he says.
He sounds a lot like my dad.
I love him. I'm his biggest fan. Let me see if he's got a page. I never checked to see if he's got a page. He said, who do you think you're talking to? A kid? And he said, a 7th grader? And that's what it reminded me of it when you just said that. Who you think you're talking to? A little kid?
Enough of this shit. Now who cussing?
Right?
That's the funniest part. Now who cussing? I just cussed a minute ago, but who cussing?
Exactly. I just cussed, but who cares? You can't cuss.
All right.
He don't have a page. He don't have a page.
I'm pretty sure he will in time.
That's
if I was him, I wouldn't. Can you imagine the comments?
True. Because people don't understand that that's just the way he is. And some lady goes, all right, I'll let you talk. And he goes, you gonna let me? What? I was elected by the people, so you don't let me. They elected me. It was hilarious. Yeah, Benzino, I know.
Benzino is messing with dudes. What happened to him? Okay, Benzino. Okay, let's play the clip.
He crossed the tracks.
Uh-oh.
Hold on 1 second. I got the clip right here.
Don't always, like the trans thing is always going to come up in certain ways, but it doesn't take away who you are and the qualities that you have. That's all I'm saying. So it's just that the world's not ready for that, because believe me, man, they would hop on me like a fucking. It would be, my father would disown me. It would be a fucking mess with me. I'm just now adapting to this type of work. But who I was before, I'm like alpha male. You know what I'm saying? I'm that nigga. Now, yes, I'm saying this shit is all new to me, and I'm trying to be open-minded about it. But then I'm like, I said, wow, this is crazy, because she looks, the way they got you looking, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, so and it's not like I've even said, okay, well, let me go look at some other trans now. I haven't even looked at that. I haven't even done that. I love porn. I don't watch trans porn. I don't watch gay porn. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm old in my ways. I'm a 55-year-old nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So listen, Daddy. I'm gonna try not to be selfish. Okay, since you're saying I'm being selfish.
Yeah, because you're not thinking about me and what I could be going through. That's not fair. Because people are cruel, and my world would be finished. I would be done. I would what little I'm trying to get back now, what little I'm trying to get Zeno back into the thing now, I'd be done. Like, but that's not what the world's gonna think. They're gonna be like, man.
Hey, why is she exposing this man?
You know what? Let me tell you the truth. I honestly think that's wrong. I think
it is wrong.
It's wrong, because I've done that escorting, and I would never give up somebody's secrets. I would never tell the whole world the stuff I've experienced with people. I could call up People magazine, and I could be on the cover in 2 seconds with things that I know about people and people I've messed with. Wouldn't do it in a million years, because you're you are supposed to hold these people's secrets. That's just the way you're supposed to be. And if you want that 15 minutes of fame, I guess you do those kind of things.
Was he paying her or was he actually dating her?
Probably dating her.
I think he was dating her. And that she wants the world to know. She wants him to go public about their relationship. And he's like, no, I can't do this because of who I am and what I represent. I can't do this right now.
Right.
And
but
she
I think he's
exposes him.
still with Althea, so I don't think this was anything that he wanted full time anyway. I think this was just fun for him. So that's why it's sort of like the woman that's asking you, leave your wife for me. Leave your wife for me. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure, I will. Yeah. But he's telling her, no, I can't do that.
I have a question. This person is having a relationship with a trans person.
Right.
Why is that something to be ashamed of? Why isn't this person more ashamed of cheating on a partner they have or something like that?
I don't think he's a cheating.
Trans. So is he single?
Yeah, he's single, but he's like I said, he's stuck in the 90s. He's a 90s rapper.
But he is a 2022 person.
Right. But some guys are just stuck in that.
Well, then he needs to not. Okay, if you can't accept who and what you are, don't explore those desires if you're not willing to accept who and what you are. I'm not saying that this person is right for outing them, but I'm saying you shouldn't have to be ashamed of what you want and who you want to be with.
Like, why can't you understand that? You don't fucking look bad, I do. You can never look bad. Because see, in this world, you ain't doing nothing wrong. It would be wrong if I did. Can't you get that through your head? You're not looking bad, Shauna. You're looking like a fucking chick. Hey, it's just a chick and she trying to fuck with a nigga. I'm looking wrong because what the fuck are you doing trying to fuck with a transgender?
That's so hurtful. I can't believe he said that to her.
He's confused.
You're invalidating another person, though.
He's confused. He's falling for a transgender. He can't handle it. His mind can't handle it. That's all it is. He can't handle it. Like I like her, but I shouldn't like her.
Well, I feel bad for Shauna. I really do.
It's all messed up all around, but exposing it doesn't make it any better.
I think she's tired of it, and she's just like, you know what? I'm gonna blow you out of the water.
And if Benzino was smart, he would just come out and own it and be like, "Yep, I was." What? And he'll go away. Go ahead.
Is this person fully transitioned? Or is this a person who has not transitioned and that is his attraction?
I wonder.
That makes a difference.
I was told you're not supposed to ask that question.
I know you're not supposed to ask that question like publicly, but I think privately you should be able to ask that question because that makes a difference in how the relationship progresses. I don't think you should do anything violent to somebody that has not transitioned fully, but I think you should be given the option to make that choice. But if this is a person that is fully transitioned, that is a woman. If it is a person that has not fully transitioned, that is still a woman, but I think you need to let that person know there's some caveats.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he knows everything that's going on over there. So Justin said people say she's still 100% dude.
I don't feel that that's true. That I think that that's, you know, it's like if you, okay, I don't want to compare men's parts to a mole, but you know, it's just something you get cut off. But I do think that there is a difference in being fully transitioned and only partially transitioned.
Yeah.
And I think that that needs to be explained prior.
I thought Robert Gregory was giving this finger. I was like, wow. Damn.
Nah, he's waving. What's up, Robert? Oh, it's tough.
But that doesn't invalidate that person's feelings and psyche as to what they are.
Right.
If you tell me you're a woman, you're a woman. If you tell me you're a man, you're a man. If you tell me you are a chipmunk, I will try to learn how to go in chipmunk, because you are what you say you are to me. And I will try to respect you in every sense of that.
Yep.
But my personal feelings about it is, if I'm going to be in any kind of intimate situation with you, I think I need to know the full story, and I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sure he knows all of that, and he's been exploring all of it. So, because you're not on the phone talking like that with somebody you're just, you know, from a distance admiring. You know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot that's happened between those two.
Yep. I just couldn't imagine, honestly, giving up somebody's secrets and being on the putting them on blast like that, and on the camera, putting your camera on, filming them talking to you. I mean, the point this person must have been at to do this must have been really something for them to do this.
Are they just looking for their 15 minutes of fame? Because
I don't know. It seems like the person is hurt.
Yeah.
Like they feel invalidated.
Yep. Because the whole conversation sounded invalidating.
Yeah, you say when we're in private, you say all these things, but then, you know, yeah, I can't do this, I can't say that, I can't go out there like this because other people gonna judge me. Then don't come to me and ask me for intimacy.
And he's being selfish because he's like, well, do you understand how this affects me? Well, how about how it affects her?
That's that they probably did it because they are in pain, because trans people already have enough pain from society, from doctors, from, you know, family. They already feel invalidated.
Right.
And they get into an intimate relationship with somebody and they present themselves and they say, this is who I am. And then you invalidate them after telling them you care about them. That has to freaking hurt.
It does.
And at that point, lashing out is probably all they have left to do. They've lost everything. You were like their last hope. And that's not fair.
Mm-mm. Well, I haven't heard very much from him lately. He hasn't seemed to give his side of anything, so
I think Ras doesn't agree with us at all.
No, I'm just saying what he needs to do is just come out and own it. Like, yep, I was messing with her.
I know he's not even giving his side. He's just all quiet.
Because who was the actor who came out a couple years ago and was like, you know what, I do like trans women.
I can't remember.
Exactly.
I remember hearing about
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
I remember hearing about that, but I don't remember.
He came out and said, "You know what? I do date trans women," and there was like a bunch of news about like the first week. Malik Yoba, that was who it was, wasn't it? Malik Yoba.
I think so.
Hey, there was a bunch of news, but for like it lasted for like 1 month. But he was like, "I mean, you have nothing to report now." I do. So what you gonna say?
True. What does Malik do?
Yep, it was Malik Yoba who came out and said that he was interested in trans women and dating trans women.
But at what point do we stop calling trans women and just call them women?
Maybe when they fully crossed over.
I think we're a long way from that. I mean, honestly, truthfully, this is. I mean, I do respect. I do have trans friends, and I called. I talk to them like women. I joke and talk to them all the time, but as far as society goes, they're still going to be trans women. I mean, they are women, but they're going to be considered trans women. That's something that's going to take a while. That's going to take a while before society, just says, okay, they're women.
At what point do they get to say they are women? Is it post-op?
No, they say as soon as they feel like they want to transition, they consider themselves women.
But I think while they are transitioning, they should be called trans women. But once they have transitioned, which means they've had their surgeries or whatever, if you have female parts, you're female. If you have male parts, you're a male.
I can have one of my friends on. They can talk about it.
Yeah, you should.
I was going to say, please do, because I would appreciate their opinion. Because if I got this wrong, I don't want to have it wrong. Because I want to support them wherever they are. But I do think there's stages. And maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, you should put next week. You should do it.
Next week, okay, I will reach out.
Cool.
It's going to be.
And please let us know what are inappropriate questions, because I don't want to embarrass myself or that person.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's about that time.
Yep.
So we missed. We didn't talk about the ASAP Rocky.
Oh my God, he got arrested at the airport, and they said Rihanna was looking on like she was just so confused and shocked.
A lot of conspiracy theorists are having a field day with just saying that this is they trying to arrest him because the baby about to be born. They trying to keep him away from the baby, things of that nature. A lot of people saying Drake, dropped a dime on him. This is people are having a field day with it, but the truth of the matter is he's in jail.
No way. It was after they came back from Barbados.
That's gotta suck.
What's that flag mean behind you?
That's the Rastafari. It's the Ethiopian flag, but it's the Rastafari.
Before. Yeah, cool. So let's see if she can get ASAP Rocky out of jail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she can afford the bail. So drop in a bucket.
I think so.
But as we know, you are Marcy Diamond. You can find her on Twitter at Marcy Diamond 2. Why is it 2? This is her second Twitter. They banned the first one. You go to her website, www.pog.life, and also follow her TikTok at Marcy Diamond on TikTok. I am Ras Mixx. You can find me on all social medias at Ras_Mixx. Find me on YouTube, search Ras Mixx. I'm also putting this on the Ras Mixx channel right now. And also get my TikTok, Ras Mixx Plants. My plants are pretty popular. My plants are pretty popular. So
he's got some amazing plants.
And I'm buying more, and I'm going to start planting some more. So we're going to see what happens. And we have Kinshok at Kinshok29 on Twitter. Make sure you follow her. Ask her about her wigs. Just leave it at that. And tell her you want to see her play WoW. World of Warcraft. She should start streaming it. You want to see it live. Follow her and tell her you want to see it live. See what she plays for 8 hours straight on every night.
And on the weekends, all weekend.
All right. Anything else before we want to shut it down? And also, I will be having trivia on Monday night on my channel. We do the live trivia
Yeah, watch his channel. Say the name.
It's this Ras Mixx. Just search Ras Mixx and I'll come right up. You see my little logo and follow me.
RASMIXX.
MIXXX. Just like it's spelled right here. Ooh, right there.
Yep.
The questions are brutal.
I can't have easy questions. All right, any last words before we shut it down?
No,
all right.
son.
Y'all have a good one. We love y'all. Thanks for all the support. We'll see y'all next week. Remember, if you're listening to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, all that other stuff, it will be done at the end of the month. Come to the YouTube channel. Search Marcy Diamond on YouTube. Search Ras Mixx and subscribe it so you won't miss a beat. All right, we are done.